Welcome back to Ironhome, the only Starforged actual play that doesn't actually play Starforged. However, in this case, we are playing Ironsworn. Welcome back to episode 3, which will be session 2 of Vaults and Vows. So let's get right to it. It's been a while, so let's have a little recap over here. In the last session, we find out that Nyla, our dwarven thief, is being held in the pits by the Thieves Guild leader. Excuse me. We fight in the arena for our lives and barely make it. We recover for a day before heading out into the sewers with Nyla to make our way into the prison. Behind scenes, we see a large half-giant prisoner being brought in. Security has been doubled because of him. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I made a delve site for this. I'm going to be using an infested cavern to represent the sewers. Now, the sewers are infested with, let's say, smallish creatures. You know, we've got mostly rats, is what I'm thinking it's infested with. We might be infested with a bunch of other little things. These are very old sewers connected to the city, connected to mining tunnels. They open up into caverns. It's a very, you know, network of tunnels, so to speak. So, without further ado, Tana and Nyla wade into the sewers. Let's go ahead and put the sewer music. 1 second. Alright, sewer music. The glittering caverns. Perfect for sewer music. Alright, so we're making our way through the sewers. We said it was troublesome. So let's just go ahead and delve the depths. Now, I don't think Nyla helps us in this. I'm going to assume that we're both just as good as... I'm going to think Nyla is going to get us in the prison itself. That's her purpose here. That's her help. Not navigating the sewers. Although she had a map. I think maybe last session we did say that she had a map and she would also help us in this, but just so we don't get a +1 all the time. But wait, I don't think bonds work that way in Ironsworn. Let me check. No, they don't. They do not in fact work that way. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I'm mixing two different games. It's a bad habit. All right, so let's go. We are probably... Wow, Tana is terrible at this. So, wits, shadow, or edge? Let's just move at speed for the sake of it. Oh my god. I'm going to be terrible. If I have to journey with Tana, this is going to be bad. All right, so let's just go ahead and move with speed through the sewers. You know, there's nothing. We're not hiding from anything. We're not being observant. We're just making our way through the sewers. Let's go ahead and... Whoops. That's the table. Aha. Delve depths. With edge. We have nothing that will help us here. Nope. That's a weak hit. Roll on the following table. Edge. Mark progress and reveal a danger. Alright, let's reveal a danger. Clickety. Denizens swarm and attack. Oh, already. Alright, so I'm going to say this is probably not a fight with rats, but definitely I can imagine we're making our way through our sewers. Let's, Yeah, we're making our way through these sewers. I think we could roll a feature here. Can't we roll a feature? Yeah, there we go. There, yeah. Natural illumination. That's very interesting. So I imagine we're walking through and we've got like little slits of light coming in through the roofs, right? And as we're walking, splosh, 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 you know, these old, it's an old network of sewers. It's not the current one. It's an old previous one. You know how cities build on top of cities and so forth. And very stagnant water. Suddenly we begin to like... You can hear little noises of chittering noises coming around, and we First it's 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, and then it's dozens and dozens, and it's just getting filled, and they're coming up our legs, and we're shaking them off. And I think this is just going to be a face danger to get them off. I don't think we can fight them off with iron. I think this is just going to be an edge to just get out of here. Except, I think I can actually use... I'm going to say Tana's going to use her fire breath. So I'm going to use iron. Now, normally it says I can strike, but I'm just going to use it in this situation as a face danger. You know, I'm going to just blast all these rats with fire in an attempt to get them away from us. And I'm going to add +1 because of that, because I can do that. Yeah. That's a strong hit. Nice. So yeah, Tana basically just breathes in and just blasts all of these skittering rats with a hot breath of flame. The smell gets worse, just really bad. Nyla's just covering her nose, going, "Oh, jeez, and the rats scatter away, and we can continue to make our way through these sewers. Alrighty. Mark, wait, nope. I keep doing that. I have to first roll. On edge. It's a miss, and we have to reveal a danger. You encounter a hostile denizen. We already did that. You face a perplexing mystery or tough choice. That's interesting. Alright, so I imagine that Nyla was following this map when all of a sudden she says, And Tana goes, what? What is it? Well, this, we're supposed to keep going straight. And Tana looks up, and, I think we said they had some, I think Nyla had like a little lamp. So after Nyla says, we're supposed to keep going straight, and she kind of like raises the lamp, and we can see that the whole ground is just completely collapsed. And we have to find like another way around, and we have to kind of like maybe go deeper in, or something of the kind. Like we have to try to find our way through. If not, we might get really, really lost. So I think this is probably gonna be a... You know what? Tana's a barbarian. She doesn't do things that way. So she's gonna say... She's gonna grunt, push Nyla aside, and then she's gonna go to where this ground has collapsed, and she's just gonna start grabbing the rocks one by one, just tossing them back. And Nyla's probably saying, that's probably gonna take us hours. And Tana's like, shut up. And she just keeps scrambling around, just tossing rocks to one side. So once again, I'm gonna say this is a face danger with iron. I could rage, but I don't think it's necessary. So let's just go ahead and roll with iron. That is a miss. You fail, or your progress is momentarily undermined. Okay. Let's see what happens. A new danger or foe is revealed. I like that. Okay, so let's say that there is something else here. Let's ask. Is it humanoid? Alright, let's see what the Oracle says. Let's make it 50-50. Or let's make it actually likely that it's humanoid. It's likely that it's someone humanoid in the sewers. Yes, it is someone humanoid. Alright, let's see what their role is. A priest! That's very interesting. Alright. What would a priest be doing in the depths of the sewers? I guess we don't really need to know the purpose. But I imagine that we hear like a voice. In the distance, we see like we hear, "Hark! Who goes there?" You know, like a very melodramatic, heroic voice, and it's we see 3 figures, 2 guards, you know, with like spears, and this one priest. And the priest is like, "I am on a holy mission to cleanse these sewers of filth like you. Creatures of the darkness, show your face!" And he begins to like cast a spell of like light and illumination. And Nyla says, "Shit, we gotta get out of here." And yeah, we don't like, Tana is like grunting because she was like knocking down the rocks, and she slides down, and yeah, we run down one of the tunnels to see if we can avoid these people. "Ah, creatures of darkness, take refuge in the dark. After them!" You know, very like holy priest on holy mission. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can I'm gonna say probably Edge to just outrun them and maybe lose them somewhere in the tunnels. That's a strong hit. Okay, nice. So yeah, we kind of lose them somewhere in the tunnels, but now we know that there's this priest doing something here. Let's make a note of that, because I do like the idea of this priest. It's already an interesting character. People, let's add a page. And priest. Say, priest of the holy light. Some weird priest going around there in the sewers. All right, so let's just get back to our delve. We say that it took us some time, we ran a bit, but we were able to find our way. We didn't get that badly lost. So I guess that kind of covers the danger we got into there. Let's go ahead and delve the depths again with Edge as we make our way. And it's another miss. Wow. We're not doing great. No, not enough hostile denizens. You lose your way or are delayed. Sure, let's just go for that. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just say that we lose true momentum, and tensions are rising between Tana and Nyla as traveling together. They are not great travel companions. They're great, you know, like, let's get the job done kind of thing. But the tensions are rising. And Tana is hot-tempered. She doesn't usually get along well with people. And Nyla obviously isn't too happy to be here either. The pay is supposedly good, but waiting around in sewers for this long isn't fun. So let's just say that's the, you know, tensions are high. Maybe Nyla says, screw this, I'm going back. Which would not be a good thing. It would not. We might have to test our bond even to see if Nyla continues with us. But for now, we'll just say that we lose our time and tensions are getting high. All right, things are getting interesting. Let's delve the depths again. That's a weak hit. Let's roll an edge. Mark progress twice and reveal a danger. Very interesting. All right, what is the danger revealed? A trap or snare. Interesting. Was this a trap left by the priest? I'm going to say most likely. I'm going to say that what kind of magic does the priest have? What kind of... You know what? I like the priest of the holy light. Okay, so this is what happens. We're walking, we're going through the sewers, we're almost there, you know, we lost this priest, supposedly. But suddenly, we step on some kind of, like, bear trap kind of thing. Ta! Snaps shut on Tana's leg. It does 1 point of damage. We'll lose 1 health. As Tana lets out, like a, what the? and looks down, and we see this very intricate rune drawing around this trap, and we see that the light kind of like shines upwards and then vanishes. And Nyla goes, "That right there, my friend, is an alarm." And Tana looks at Nyla and says, "What's that? What do you mean an alarm?" Nyla goes, "Well, our friend the priest knows exactly where we are now, most likely. That right there looked like divine magic." Don't argue that divine magic users can't cast alarm or anything like that. Actually, go ahead, fight in the comments. I don't care. All right, so that happens, and tensions were high with Nyla and Tana before, so Nyla is not going to stick around for long, and Tana's just going to have to break out of this trap. So she's going to make just an iron check to just open this trap quickly before the priest. Hopefully the priest is not nearby, considering everything that's happened. But let's try not to find out. It's a weak hit. Okay, we succeed, but face a troublesome cost. Choose one. You're delayed. Lose advantage. Suffer. Momentum seems interesting. Yeah, let's go with momentum loss. That's the. It takes us a little bit to like. We open this trap. We take her leg out. We sit down. We bandage up a little bit. You know, not too much, but just enough to just not get infected in the sewers. Hopefully, and we continue on our way. Hopefully, in the distance we can hear, "Hark, ho, foes of the light!" All right, so now we are going to finish. What is it? Locate your objective. So let's go ahead and locate our objective. Let's see if we make it. Bam. It's a strong hit. Excellent. Choose one. Make another move now and take +1. Let's just take +1 momentum. So that marks progress on our quest, as we have reached exactly where we needed to go. We are now underneath the prison. Now, this is where Nyla comes in, and we're in one of these tunnels, so to speak. And I'm trying to picture exactly where it looks like, how it looks like. I'm going to say that there's like an abandoned section of the prison that gives off, like, the ground has collapsed in this abandoned section, and we kind of have to like climb, make our way up. And then we reach the part of the current prison that's still, you know, functioning and everything. And this is behind the locked door, of course. And this is when Nyla comes into play. And I'm not going to roll for this because we made a whole thing, a whole session just to get her on our team. So I'm not going to roll for that. I'm just going to say that, yeah, she's able to, like, unlock this gate, this really old gate that has not been opened in a very, very long time. And it creaks and makes a hell of a noise, but we are now in the prison itself. And I'm going to say that to keep things very simple, very smooth, I'm not going to make another roll for while we're walking inside the prison and everything. I'm just going to say that we make our way through the prison, and with the map that we were given by our employer, we see where we need to go, where the target is, and we arrive at the, what would be the area just outside the cells, like a little bit of a lounge area. And I'm gonna say there's is there quite a bit of guards? Maybe there's not that many guards. Maybe we can sneak through and get to the actual area downstairs. There would be guards there too. Lots of questions I could be oracling. Let's go ahead and ask the oracle 50-50. Okay, are there guards in the lounge area just outside where all the cells and tunnels are? Yes, there are guards, of course. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to fight them. Nyla is like, what? And we're looking kind of like the corner of a hallway, right? The old abandoned hallway. The tunnels one that no one ever uses. And Tana says, well, that's what I get paid for. That's what I'm here for. So, if you want, stay behind me. And if not, just join the fight. I don't know. And Tana steps out into the lounge area just like that. And the guards are like, what the... And before anyone can do anything, Tana just begins to like up her speed and just growls and gets into a rage. And I'm gonna take the stress right now before I forget. And she goes into a rage. And let's go ahead and put some action music as Tana just charges into the combat. Okay, let's see. Let's fight some guards. Very classic fantasy, right? Poor people just doing their job. We are not a good person. Guards. Prison guards. Well, maybe they're not that good people if they're prison guards. Controversial. Anyway, let's make it formidable. Because there's lots of guards in this place. And it's going to be a tough fight. But hopefully we can make it through. All right. Let's enter the fray. We're definitely rolling with heart. And, ooh, interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and take the initiative. So I'm going to charge in and I'm going to strike by doing the thing I do best, which is just blasting a bunch of guards heading our way with fire. I am raging, so I add +1 and deal +1 hard hit. And I may strike with another, and I add +1 and deal +1 harm with a... Okay, this is going to be very powerful. First strike, just to combat. I add +2 because of my two abilities combined. And I roll iron. And let's see how this goes. It's a weak hit. We inflict our harm. This one only on a strong hit, and this one on a hit. So we inflict our harm, which is 2 harm. 1, 2... +1. It's not as great as I thought, but it's good for a first start. So yeah, Tana rushes in, blasting her fire breath. And immediately the guards are screaming. They're on fire. Tables and stuff are being knocked down. One of the guards might be running to raise the alarm. But quickly some other guards rush, ting, 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 and they're fighting. And Tana is immediately like defending herself with the claws. She's backed up in a corner. She's surrounded quickly by 3 guards. So we're just going to go ahead and clash because she's in a rage and that's what she does best. As the guards move around surrounding us, we clash. She charges in with her dragonborn claws. And we add +1 since we are now in a rage. And it's a weak hit once again. We inflict our harm, but then we pay the price. That is still, once again, 3 harm, thanks to the rage. But I'm going to say that, yes, these foes deal damage. Well, actually, maybe not they deal damage. Let's see. Let's pay the price. Let's not immediately hurt ourselves. The current situation worsens. How does the current situation worsen? Let's ask the Oracle. How does it worsen? Reveal destiny. Wow. Reveal innocence. Interesting. I'm not getting anything. Reveal community. Reveal hope. Reveal supply. Okay, so I've got 2 ideas. One idea is everything starts to burn. As we spend... Yeah, let's go with that, you know. We take 1 harm from one of these guards, like, strikes us against our arm. And things begin to catch on fire because of our dragon breath. Things are bad. I'm going to start a clock here. And I'm going to say, I don't know, we're messing everything up. Fire clock. We're going to turn this into a clock. And we're going to give it 4 segments, and we're gonna tick the first one. As everything is now catching fire, everything will soon be engulfed in fire, and we will probably be trapped in here, and then we'll be screwed over. All right, let's go with that. So what do we do now? Now I'm going to say that we face danger with strength, and we're going to add +1 as we do that. Oh, actually, by the way, when we endure harm, we add +1. So let's go ahead and do that since we got hit. Let's go ahead and endure harm with a +1. Highest of fire. It's a strong hit. If your health is greater than 0, suffer -1 momentum. Yes. We will... Oh, no. No, we're a barbarian. We will embrace the pain. We will take +1 momentum. We're now striking again. We are in control. We're going to strike against these 3 guards that have attacked us while everything's still on fire. And we've got the +1. Here we go. It's a strong hit. Inflict +1 harm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in initiative. We can now finish this fight. We were going to end the fight as we have just done so much damage. We are very low spirit, but being a barbarian has its benefits. Let's go ahead and roll. Wow. Even like these dice love me. So yeah, it's a weak hit. So it says end the fight. It's worse than you thought. Okay, so let's say you'll pay for it. Okay, I'm gonna mark 2 more ticks on the fire clock. Anything else, and we are screwed. So basically, the fire gets really out of control. We finish like these guards. We're striking them down. Anyone who isn't killed or knocked out is now fleeing for their lives. Nyla is screaming, "Tana, we have to hurry up!" As beams of wooden beams collapse, as collapse and start fires everywhere. So Tana rushes out into the where Nyla's waiting. Bah! Bashes the door down, which falls down. The guards there are quickly taken out without any problem. Actually, no. What happens is the following. This is what happens. Because I had this thought up, so I love this. So what's gonna happen is the following. We step down into this area, and we see that there's a fire behind us. And these 2 other guards are here inside this prison cell. And what happens is the following. The half-giant that was very calm in his prison cell suddenly just snaps his chains, stands up, walks over to the gate, kicks it down, hitting one of the guards that was left behind. The other guard turns around, but too late. This half-giant just grabs him by the face, the head, and smashes the side of his head against the wall, just pulping it against the wall. There's a moment of tension. And then, this half-giant, while everything's on fire behind, and everything's collapsing, and Nyla's screaming, the half-giant turns to Tana and says, "Tana, the Dragonborn, I was sent here by a vision. There are great forces of evil at work. You must help me defeat them." And Tana's like, what the hell is going on in all this? You know, Nyla's yelling and everything. And all the prisoners are like screaming, "Help us, what's going to happen?" Tana says to Nyla, get the ones that we know out of here, you know. Kind of like help some of the other prisoners escape. And she looks at this guy and says, "I don't know what kind of quest you're on, but I'm not interested. I don't do charity." And the half-giant pulls between his cloaks and snaps out a necklace of pure silver and hands it over to Tana. And he goes, I am well aware of this. I will pay for your services. And he says, meet me in the Red Moon Inn above town, and we will talk there. And Tana is like, latches onto the silver thing. Her first thought's like, what an idiot, I'm just gonna take this and leave. But the half-giant, there's something about him, about the way he looks at her. Perhaps something. And then the half-giant just walks out calmly through the chaos and the fire. Other of the prisoners are walking away, running away for their lives. Nyla says, over here, Tana! And we walk over to the guard, where the prisoner that we came to execute, our mission, take out the target. And we see what's clearly some kind of I'm gonna say just a human, a scared, frightened human. And Nyla opens the door. Nyla walks closer as this person's like just humpering back against the wall, and Tana just says, it's not personal. And whoosh, we see like a splatter of blood against the wall in 3 large swipes. Are we the baddies? Yes, we are the baddies. And with that, we mark progress on our quest. And now, I guess, we're gonna have to get the hell out of here. So let's go back to our little action music, as everything is still on fire. That thing with the half-giant happened. Everything's crazy. Let's go ahead and... wait, where am I? What am I doing? Delve site, yes. Escape the depths. When you flee or withdraw from a site, consider the situation and your approach. Yes, we are finding the fastest way out. We are rolling edge. We are getting the heck out of here. And that is a miss with a match. Brilliant. I've gotten nothing but misses with matches in every single recording I've been doing. A dire threat or imposing obstacle stands in your way. Reveal a danger. If you survive, you may make your escape. You face an environmental architectural hazard. Yes, I realize that. Okay, so I'm going to say that the miss with a match is that one of as we're making our way, we're running for our lives with Nyla, and then a whole section of roof just collapses and falls on top of Nyla. Tana yells out, Nyla! As she falls down. And it's just, there's fire everywhere. And Tana rushes to see if we can get Nyla out of there. I don't want to get caught by the prisoners here, so let's just say that happens. So you made a clock and you're not respecting it. That's right. I'm doing whatever I want. All right. So let's go ahead and get rid of the prison guards. And we are going to make one last move to see if we can get... I'm going to say that the rage is definitely over. The encounter with the half-giant calmed us down. So we don't have the rage. We're just gonna roll with iron, nothing but iron. Let's see what happens. It is a weak hit. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna say that, yeah, we take 1 damage as we are... and Tana's just lifting out the beam, dragging out Nyla, grabbing her, putting her on the shoulders, and just running out of there. As everything's just collapsing, the stones crumbling. I guess we killed a lot more prisoners than we set out to. But, you know, it's classic fantasy. Things always burn down in classic fantasy. So I'm going to say that we're able to get out. We're very injured, yeah. And Nyla is very hurt. I think we are going to have to test the bond after this. So I'm going to say that we get out of there. And then we are in the sewers. And I think we might have to check if Nyla is... I'm going to say, let's ask the Oracle. Is she badly injured? Is Nyla badly injured? I'm going to say it's likely. Yeah, I'm going to say it's likely that she's injured. So let's see what happens. Yes, she's injured. Wait, didn't this happen? I'm trying to remember. Last session, Nyla also almost died. Why do I keep trying to kill my NPCs? I'm going to say that instead of healing her, let me put some music. All right, let's put this. So I'm going to say that Tana quickly treats Nyla, and she's lying down there and she coughs out. She's obviously a little burnt. She's very badly injured. She's not doing great. And she looks up at Tana and says, "You said it was an easy job. Get paid, no problem. Why? Why am I almost dying every time with you?" And Tana says, "Hey, you would be dead if I hadn't gotten you out of the pits." And Nyla says, "You don't know that. You don't know that. The Guildmaster maybe was just toying with me a little bit and then would have let me go. You got in there and they put those crag whatever beasts up against us, which almost done killed me. So I think it's you the one that puts me to danger. I have very simple, very easy burglary jobs from time to time. Now you always promise me money and I always get hurt. So you know what? I think I might be done with you." So, let's see how this goes. This is going to be a test your bond. And what does Tana say to that? I think Tana goes, "Oh, come on, Nyla. You're tougher than that. How many things have we gone through together? How many times have you saved my ass and I've saved your ass? How many times have we done this? And we're still here," she says, poking at her chest. And Nyla goes, "Ow! Come on. We're made of tough stuff. We've gone through a lot of it together. And we're gonna go through a lot more." It's gonna be a roll of heart. It's a weak hit. Your bond is fragile and you must prove your loyalty. Envision what they ask of you. And do it or swear an iron vow. All right. Let's ask some oracles. What do they want from me? Investigate protection. Investigate protection. Okay, I'm going to think a bit of it out of screen, but I'm definitely going to make a roll, a vow for this. So let's add a vow that is help Nyla with something. And one idea might be something with the guild. So let's just write down an idea here. Something to do with investigating the Guild of Thieves or someone else that has dirt on Nyla. Something of that sort. All right, so we've got that there. That's going to be a troublesome one, and we're going to swear a vow. So let's go ahead and swear that iron vow. And Nyla says, okay, but This time, you help me out with something. No payment, no nothing, just your help. And Tana says, fine, Nyla, you have my word. And we're gonna swear an iron vow. Strong hit with a match! What an excellent way. Yes, we know exactly what we must do. Nyla tells us, don't worry about the details. I know everything we have to do. Come on. Let's head back. And I'll contact you when the time's right. And we see them kind of trudging together. I'm gonna say that the strong hit with a match gives us +1 spirit because of the little bonding moment that we had there. As we see Tana and Nyla trudging their way back through the sewers to the underbelly, was it called? Yeah, the underbelly. All right. So, let's see how our quest did. Let's see if we were able to fulfill our vow. Let's go ahead and roll. Bam. Oh, come on. That is a weak hit. Because of that 10. I keep getting those 10s. There is more to be done, or you realize the truth of your quest. Envision what you discover, then mark experience 0. You may swear an iron vow to set things right. If you do, add +1. Okay, so let's envision what happened. This, we were contacted by a nobleman, right? That was what happened. That, let's check the session notes if we have any information. The client, we roughed it up, yeah, and gave us a job. Okay, so there is more to be done. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's make a new vow. I can't come up with any ideas right now, but I'll just write it down for now. And set things. Okay, so I do know what... Okay, I think it had something to do with the fact that we set fire to the prison. And this was not good. This was definitely not good. So once we got back, the client was not happy at all. They wanted a... How do you say? Very simple, easy, sneaky job. You know, a little hit there. They did not want chaos. That is not what they wanted. So they shouldn't have hired a barbarian. But anyway, we won't get to that. But basically, that was not good. And I'm going to add, so we basically set things right with the client, which might mean do some other job. And we'll make this one dangerous? Or troublesome again. Let's make it dangerous so at least we get some experience. Alright, we got lots of quests going on here. And let's make another vow, which will also be dangerous. And we'll... And we see, kind of like after this exchange with the client and Nyla and the client. And Nyla's like, you asked me to kill him. And the client is like, yes, but not in this way. You can't just kill everyone and burn down a prison. And the goblin, as Nyla's about to get Tana is about to get very violent, the goblin barkeep kind of like calms her down and says, like, gives her a look to see like, you didn't do right. You didn't do right. Just acknowledge it. And Tana like calms down and says, all right, do what must be done. No payment necessary. No further payment necessary. And she just turns around and says, I'll be in my room. And goes to her room in the Stinky Skeever. And in her room in the Stinky Skeever, she sits there, takes out from within her clothes or bags or whatever, and looks at this little symbol at the a little silver shield kind of icon that's half giant gave her. So I'm gonna say, investigate what the half giant wants. Let's call it see what the half giant wants. And we're gonna add a little thing here, and we said the Red Moon Inn, which sounds like some proprietary thing that I probably heard in some game, but is what it is. Red Moon Inn. All right, and with all of that done, let's go ahead and see if there's something happening outside of our flashback reveals an aspect of your background or nature. All right, let's see if we have any information here. Other notes is blank. Okay, I can't remember if we have anything. Okay, so flashback. I have an idea. Reveals an aspect of your background or nature. I think this is very related to this symbol and why Tana wants to seek out this half giant. I think we should change the music. All right. So it's a very blurry flashback. Perhaps we see Tana. It's not exactly clear. It's mostly like blurriness and voices. And we hear conversation happening. The likes of this. You don't understand. This child is destined for great things. And they're just arguing with someone else. We cannot keep it here. And it's like, well, what do we do? Quick, we have to run. They're coming. And then suddenly we hear a scream and some kind of fighting. Quick, run! And sort of like a windows opening, and we see like a figure all covered in shadow picking up Tana as a very small child out of perhaps a crib or something. Perhaps this figure is dragonborn in nature, one of our parents, perhaps. And we hear just fighting, and maybe there's running, and I'm imagining that perhaps as this figure is running with us, suddenly we hear an arrow of a bolt hit them as they just fall, and we tumble and roll, falling probably into a moving body of water. And we just see the distant scene of chaos disappear as we sink. And it's just like a little flashback, and we don't remember what happens after that. I love it! I love flashbacks. Is Tana a child of destiny that lost her path and must now find it again? Is this a redemption story? Find out next time in the next episode of Ironhome. Well, that was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I live for those little flashbacks and little bits of stories here and there. The Sorrow playlist, my favorite. So, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and we'll see you next time for episode 3 of Ironhome, Vaults and Vows. Bye-bye!